health is wealth. Yeah. Where I come from, that's a very popular say in Nigeria. When you have good health, that's the greatest wealth you can have.
Live Well's about health and about well-being, but especially through community groups. Our community group really helps our health and well-being. And one of the things that makes it to stand out and sets it apart is the fact that we have ownership over it. We have control over it. We make all our own decisions.
We are making friends, not millionaires, saving people in despair, skate parks making their marks, open kitchen on a massive mission, SC United bringing back the excitement. Thanks to you all for breaking down that wall. You all work as one. Without each other, there's none. We believe in Live Well. They're shouting and ringing that bell.
Participatory approaches to investment and funding, shifting control of spending to communities and places where communities have the resources, including assets, tools, information, money, time, to affect the change that they want to see.
We've got to try and populate our places with more businesses that share their wealth more fairly with workers, owners and communities. So in practice, this means more social enterprise, more community business and more cooperatives.
If a group of 28 people in those conditions back then had the boldness and vision to think of something like that, what could we do in 2024 with the challenges we face today?
It's the resources, it's the money that we've got on that we've not got. But it's also the kind of the wisdom, the culture, the history, it's everything else that's in the communities that isn't valued as much as the money.
No one individual, no one organisation has all of the answers.
Community is a verb, not a noun, and that takes investment.
Music workshops, community gardens, DIY, young people's dance exchanges, debate clubs, rekindling education, and critical thinking for the working class teams. From trans networks to older people's projects, disability advocacy to boxing for the young black people and black boys. Spaces to heal, spaces to connect.
How are you? How can we lighten the load? Are you okay? And the idea of risk in that conversation was the risk of not doing it.
We developed trust, we asked for trust with the relationships with the groups and organisations that work alongside that we're funding.
So it's really about listening to what they have to say and facilitating that.
Like how we fund is as important as what we fund.
We've lived through a period in this country where kind of others have been extracting out of our communities, and people have sort of lived their lives not able to control certainly the kind of basics, things like housing. Housing was kind of we lost control of it because it was all sold off. And so for me, it's about putting communities back in control, and when you're in control, you can create wealth and keep it within kind of away from organisations that sometimes are not serving our communities. When the tide went out in March 2020, that revealed everything, didn't it, in terms of the levels of inequality across the city region, where the housing was poorest, where the jobs were the least well paid, least secure.
There's another movement for change, and it's a movement that is happening in our neighbourhoods, under our very noses. It's in the street life and the everyday life of communities across Manchester. Cheer it on and get involved and join in.
I love the fact that this movement is growing, and this room today is evidence of that. Live Well is absolutely going to be a huge theme of this mayoral term, the need to switch investment towards our own communities, putting in place the long-term continuous funding to support the provision of that everyday support, much more bottom-up, much more supportive, and then you can empower a community to make sure that everybody can live well. For the same public money, we could achieve much better results. We've done good things, but we're getting to the verge of really great things. Let us try something different. Let us try something better.
To build a vision for Greater Manchester that we could all get behind.
Keep going. Onwards.